Combat tips. It gets asked a lot. Some people want to know, oh, what's the best way to play the game? What's these combat tips? Like, how can I win these firefights? I'm going to give you some brief examples of some things you can do. Besides it coming down to just, you just have to hit the shots better. These are some tips that you can end up using, which will end up helping you hopefully win some fights. Always, so in this game, just like Tarkov, your actual vision comes out of your right eye in this game. So even though it looks symmetrical, it looks like you're looking straight, your gameplay actually focuses from your right eye. So that means your actual right peaks are more powerful than your left peaks. If I'm to hold right here and shoot at this person, if they were right there, they actually see less of my body than if I was to do this left peek. Look at this. It's really hard to show you without actually someone else being here, but let me see if I can show you like my look. So I'm gonna do a angle right here and peek. Right now, my head and maybe about 40% of my body shows. If I was to come over here and do this left peek, half of my body's showing. So much more of your body shows on left peaks. So if at all possible, always do a right peek on someone. If you're doing a left peek and you die, just know you probably gave them more time, even if it was a fraction of a second, to actually acquisition on you because your body was showing before your muzzle could even slide across that pathway to them. Another thing a lot of people think cheaters do in this game is pre-fire. So a lot of people camp in almost so many players in this game camp in the same spots. On a rust bucket, someone breaches you. I'll tell you this. If I'm coming out of my cockpit, there's more than likely, if I heard footsteps up here, they're probably already in this area. You know what? Before I go here, I'm going to sweep right, and I'm going to pre-fire that before I even peek it. Like this. And then I'm going to come across and pre-fire. Pre-firing saves lives in this game. If you hear something, waste the ammo and take the chance and pre-fire. Because it's possible that your first couple of shots hit that person and then that makes you win the fight. It's possible it head taps them and instant kills them. And it's also possible when they hear those shots that they move and now they're instantly in your angle because they just thought you were cheating or whatever it was. Just start pre-firing. Pre-firing is very useful in this game. And some of the top players that you see on the leaderboard, if you ever watch their streams, they're doing it almost every room that they're going through. And they actually catch a lot of players by doing it. So, another thing is jump shotting. A lot of players are very upset about it. They've already nerfed it. Jump shotting's not as good as it used to be. So a lot of people will be like, jump around a corner, and then straight up just shoot someone like that. No one's expecting it, right? You're like, oh, there's no footsteps. Like, they hear someone, and they're dead. So jump shotting's actually really good. But this is one thing you can't do with jump shotting. You actually turn slower. Look how fast I'm turning right now. I know it might be making some people dizzy watching it. My turn's actually pretty fast. When I jump and try to do that same speed, look what happens. I just turned the same amount, but it was half the actually half the degree turn compared to what it was before. So you turn less when you jump. Just know that. And you actually can't ADS when you jump. It's all hip fire. So jumping around corners to hit someone, it's a good tactic. And it works very well. Just know that you're slowed down when you're doing it, and you can't aim down your sights while you're mid-jump. As you've seen when I was doing the jumps, you've seen me shooting. You're like, wow, hip fire is really powerful. Look at them all hitting center of the screen, basically. In this game, almost every fight you are going to be in is going to be close quarter combat. Very few times you will be long distance shooting someone. In this game, from here to that trash bag is actually considered long distance. That's a long distance gun. Like, but here to where it says airlock, that's close range. As you can see right there, hip firing is very valuable. So hip firing in this game, I would not ADS this. I will tell you this. You will never see me ADS down this hall like this. Because why? You're slowing down your combat speed now. You're just giving them the angle if they quick peek you to hit you. I'm just going to do this. And look at that. They're all hitting in relatively the same area, as you can see. So, it's just the way to go. And hip firing is going to be better. You're not, for instance, you're not going to come through this doorway aimed and do that. Your movement's now slowed. You're just giving them the opportunity to kill you. You just come in and you hip fire it. So just make sure you're hip firing. Now I'm going to talk about some additional tips and tricks. And one thing a lot of people notice is some people get in these areas that just make no sense. Like, how did that person get up to that bed? I came into this room and I just dropped dead. I had no idea where he was. He wasn't here. And maybe you've seen a glimpse that he was up here. Well, how does he get on that bed? Well, in this game, there's actually a thing called crouch jump. Or jump crouch, whatever you want to call it. And yes, you can jump up on this chair. And then you can jump over to here. But how do you get up here? I don't jump high enough. Well, guess what? I'm going to jump and crouch immediately. I'm going to jump and then instantly click the crouch key. And look at that. I'm now on top of the bed. This is a spot mostly no one probably ever checks when they come into this room. So yes, jump crouching works. And I'm going to show you doing it a couple times right here. You're going to see me jump. And now you're going to see this jump crouch right now. You see my character floats for a second, it looks like. Your knees are going up and you're actually getting more height. Right here, I'll show you. I apologize. I'm not the best at showing these all the time. There you go. This is another spot that you can't get without jump crouching. So, there you go. That's another thing in this game. Crouch jumping, jump crouching, whatever you want to call it. And now I'm going to show you the last thing. It's a thing that most people never utilize in this game. They know that they're there because of daily contracts, but they actually don't use them to their advantage in this game. And that's going to be the mines in the space. Let's see if we can find some real quick. Right in front of us, actually. So we got 4 landmines right in front of us. These space mines are actually very deadly. If for instance, say a breach pod was coming towards breaching me, and they went in between all these mines. So this is all I have to do. Shoot that, and that breach pod's instantly gone. One shot, that whole radius that you just seen, the breach pod's instantly deleted. Say a ship's flying by, because many people fly by these without even noticing them, because they're just, you don't pay attention. If I shoot this, look how fast my ship gets disabled. I'm dead in the water already. And yes, some people are going to be like, what if they were in a heavy frigate or a capital ship? Well, I'll tell you this. It only takes 2 shots. It only takes 2 mines to do it. So, use space mines to your advantage. So hopefully this tips, tricks, and guide video helps you out. And hopefully you learned something from it. I'll see you all in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you like and subscribe.